So there I was, hunting for an old Xbox 360 console that might still be on the Blade's dashboard. And then I remembered Goodwill's online auction site sells tons of old crappy video game consoles. So I started my search on their website and boom, I found 3 listings I liked. The first one was called a very loved Xbox 360 and that really piqued my interest, so I bid on it and I won. Now the second one looked like it had been in a house fire in World War II, so I wasn't so sure about it. But then I saw the GameStop sticker on the back and I knew I had to have it. And last but not least, honestly, the third console looked a bit too clean for a 15-year-old console, so I figured I'd pick it up and see what's up with it. Alright, so we have box number 1 here. Let's go ahead and open it up. This should have 2 of the 360s in it. I believe it has the well-loved one, and then one of the other ones we'll find out. So typically, Goodwill does a pretty good job of packaging. We'll see what they did this time. So we've got, a little bit of bubble wrap. We can get nice and smashed up on the sides, though. Appears to be intact, though, so that's good to see. And then we have one more 360 down here. Barely any bubble wrap. Usually Goodwill does package pretty well, but this one is a bit questionable. And here is our World War II 360. Got a GameStop sticker on and everything. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at them. So this is Xbox 360 number 1, the very loved one, which is still just a funny title to me. And it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look good either, but it is one of the OG 360s, and you can tell by looking on the back, there's actually only an AV port. There's no HDMI port. Which I don't know if you guys knew that or not. Let me know down below if you did, but only the ones that came out like in the early days, like 2005, 2006, had no HDMI. And yeah, so you can see your just peripheral ports here, your AV, your power, and you can see right here, it was manufactured on May 14th, 2006. And you know, these consoles made back in 2005, 2006 are more prone to red ring of death, so I'm not too confident in this thing even working. But we'll find out, of course. And we have a hard drive here. I'm not sure what size. Let's see if we can take it off and I'm not sure if it says the size anywhere on here. You know, some of them say how many gigs it has right there, but this one does not. We'll find out later when we turn it on. And then looking here at the front, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It's got a bunch of scuffs and stuff, but the buttons are clicking. I'm sure the disk drive is probably stuck. This little flap is broken. It's always broken though. But I am curious. I wonder if this thing's been opened or not. So if you look at the back, typically if it's been opened before, you have some like wear and tear around these little holes right here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes. I actually don't see any wear and tear there, so I'm not so sure this has been opened before. We can also check the front if we take off the faceplate. All right, so faceplate is off, and we do have our warranty seal right here. It seems to be a little bit tampered with, but I don't think it's been taken all the way off, so I'm pretty confident this console has not been opened before, which is a good sign. That means it has not been repaired before. That doesn't mean it necessarily doesn't have red ring of death or other problems, but it makes me a little bit more hopeful. So now we're gonna take this 360, plug it in, and see if it works. So now I have Xbox 360 number 1 ready to plug in. Got my cool Halo controller. But first, before we plug it in, I wanna tell you about our sponsor of this video, EcoFlow. So this right here is the EcoFlow Delta 2 portable power station, and yes, it's going to power all the 360s in this video. And so you may be wondering, how exactly does that work? Well, since the EcoFlow Delta 2 is a portable power station, it has a big battery, lots of circuitry, holds a lot of power. It actually has 1,024 watt hours. We'll get into the exact tech specs later. But basically, it holds a lot of power, and you don't even have to be plugged into a AC outlet. So everything is contained in this one unit right here. You can take it on the go. You can plug in USB devices up on the front here, and then here on the back, you can plug in AC power devices. So it's pretty useful on the go. Now, like I said, I'll get into the tech specs later, but just wanted to let you guys know that you can actually play this 360 off of this portable power station right here for almost 7 hours straight. So basically, you could take this thing out to the woods, plug it in, play 360 for 7 hours, and not even have to be plugged into an AC outlet. Now let's go ahead and turn this thing on and power our 360. So the first thing you want to do is turn on the power button on the front. And once you turn it on, you'll get a nice little screen right here with some stats. And we're going to flip it around and get to our AC outlets. So now we have our AV plugged into the 360. We have our power plugged into the 360. We're going to take our power cord, plug it into the AC outlet on the Delta 2, and get ready to go. So we're plugged in, ready to go. Let's do a countdown, 3, 2, 1. And let's turn this bad boy on and see if it works. Okay, we got a green light. No red ring of death yet. Oh, here it comes. It's turning on. Oh, thank goodness. And just from first glance, looking at the screen, I think that's the NXE dashboard. Maybe it might be Blades. We'll see if we get lucky. Let's go ahead and turn on the controller. This controller, it is NXE. Nice. So we got Potato Pro 27, we got Garrett. Nice, man. That's my favorite part about these 360s is just seeing the old profiles on them. It's so fun. So we got Garrett, Potato Pro 27, and let's go ahead. Oh no, we got an Xbox Live passcode. All right, let's try Garrett. Hopefully he does not have a passcode. Cool. All right, no passcode on Garrett. And no, I don't want to connect to Xbox Live. And I will tell you guys, this 360 is already getting pretty loud. It's I don't know if you guys knew, but on the 360s, old 360s, they got super loud. It's like a jet engine. But here we are on Garrett's profile. And actually, this is not NXE. I was mistaken. Man, That's kind of unfortunate. I was really hoping to be on one of the old dashboards. Let's see what the exact dashboard is. So we're on 2.0.17502. Not sure when that is. It's pretty recent though. So that's unfortunate. Let's see how big this hard drive is. So we got 5.8 gigs free. So it looks like it's only a 20 gig hard drive because we got about 8 gigs of games here. And man, this thing is really getting loud. Let's go ahead and see if the disk drive even opens up. It does not. The button literally does not work. That's awesome. All right, so I cannot even open the disk drive up. Let's see if I can open it from the menu here. All right, now it tries to open up, but it's stuck. What we might be able to do is I can try to open it up again and then kind of tap on the top as it's opening, and it might work. All right, so let's try to open it up, and I'll tap on the disk drive and see if it'll open up. This is the really sketchy way to do it, by the way. I don't try this at home, but it's my last resort right now. There it goes. All right, we got it. All right, so it took a pretty big, no, it's closing by itself. Crap. So I had to smack it pretty hard on top for it to open up, but let me know down below if you guys have ever done that. That's not the first time I've done that. That's not the right way. The way you want to do it is actually clean the rubber band in there, which I'll do later, but not right now. It still actually wants to close on me. For some reason, the disk drive is still flashing. Something sketchy is going on here. This is typical with 360s though. So let me put this controller here to hold it in place, and I'll get a game. So I have a game. We're going to try Big Bumpin'. It's a Burger King game. And if I can get this thing to close. Maybe. See, now it doesn't want to close. We'll just wait. All right, it finally closed on its own. It's now reading. We'll see if it reads up. I don't have much hope. This thing looked pretty dusty. Oh, all right. It surprised me. It's working. So I've never actually played this game, but it looks crazy. Looks like a bumper car game. We're in the broiler right now, which is kind of funny. And I'm playing as the king. Let me know if you guys have ever played this game. Oh, I'm playing against Whopper Jr. Nice. What in the world? I think I already died. Holy crap. The CPU is a beast in this game. Clearly the game works, surprisingly actually. So this drive kind of works, opens up. We're on Garrett's profile. Let's just take a look at his profile and see what kind of games he's played. If he's played any games. We got Big Bumpin' and Minecraft. Nice. I'm going to try to sign out again, and I'm going to try to get into this other guy's profile, which was clearly the main attraction. He's got Potato Pro 27. He had a pretty decent gamer score, and it appears that I was able to actually guess his passcode. It was just YYYY, which classic. But now let's see what he's played before. So go to my games, Minecraft. Nice. If I check here, I can see some more. I own awesomeness. Nice. Oh, he's got looks like he's got an England hat on. So maybe it's from the UK. You can't afford me. Money, money, money. What? Oh, this guy's from Russia. Volgograd, Russia. Okay. You never know where this Goodwill stuff comes from, guys. This is the kind of weird stuff you find. Let's see if family settings are on. Cool. Content controls are off. Yeah, I mean, this console surprisingly works. I'm not gonna try the internet. I don't really like trying the internet on the 360 because I don't want to update. I'm just surprised, baffled this thing works. Honestly, if I keep it up on much longer, it'll probably turn itself off because it is very loud. It'll probably red ring of death soon. So let's go ahead and turn this bad boy off and go to console number 2. So this right here is Xbox 360 number 2, and as you can see, it's pretty beat up, pretty dirty. We have some sticker residue right here, and the top is just like mutilated. The front, just as bad. We've got a missing disc tray piece right here. The button doesn't click. This button barely clicks. That one barely clicks as well. We'll check out the faceplate in a minute. This side looks okay. And then looking at the back here, we can see when it was manufactured and stuff. Oh, maybe we can't. So this actually says GameStop refurbished unit. Oh, it says remanufactured unit. I have not seen that before. So I've seen a lot of used stuff from GameStop, a lot of refurbished, there's some other word they use, but I've never seen remanufactured. That must be an old term. So I actually cannot see the date it was manufactured, but it does have an AV port, no HDMI port, so it is a very old 360. Now if we swing over here, actually let me first just show you on this side, there is no hard drive here, and this memory card slot is missing. Hopefully it turns on and works, but I want to give you a few more details about the Delta 2 first. So the Delta 2 has a capacity of 1,024 watt hours by default, but you can actually add an additional Delta 2 battery or a Delta Max battery and get a total of 3,040 watt hours combined. And just for reference, that'll keep this 360 right here running for almost 20 hours, which is pretty insane for a portable device. Now taking a closer look, this Delta 2 has 6 AC outlets, 2 USB-A ports, and 2 USB-C ports. Now the 6 AC outlets have a powerful 1,800 watts of AC output, which means you could power 2 360s, a fridge, a TV, and a microwave all at the same time. Now just a little tidbit here, about a month ago I had a power outage at my house, so I plugged my fridge into my Delta 2 for about 6 hours while the power was off, and it kept my fridge running the whole time and actually kept all my food good. Really saved me from losing a lot of food. So as you can tell, the Delta 2 is definitely a powerful device, and I'll just go ahead and plug in this console number 2, and hopefully it turns on and works. So we have AV plugged in, just need to plug in my AC power, and we'll boot this bad boy up. So let's give it a countdown, 3, 2, 1. All right, it does work. It's turning on, no red ring of death yet. It is trying to open the disk drive right from the get-go, which is a little concerning, but oh, here it comes on the screen. That kind of looks like the latest dashboard, honestly. It is crap. Man, I really wanted a NXC or Blades dashboard here. Haven't gotten either of them yet. Syncing up my controller. Here we go. All right, so the tray is definitely stuck. We'll try the same thing as last time where we bat or hit on the top of it and see if it'll open up. But so far so good. Let's see if we have parental controls on. We do not. And I don't think we have any profiles here, actually. Yeah, no profiles. Any games? No games. So we basically got nothing on here. I mean, yeah, there's no storage here either. Now let's see if we can get this disk tray open. Might have to take off the front and then bang the top, and hopefully it'll come out. So I'm pressing the eject button here, and I think it's doing something, but sure is not opening the console up. I really hate banging on 360s like this, but you got to do what you got to do. So with an Xbox 360, there's typically a little hole underneath the disk drive where you can actually push a paperclip in and manually eject the drive. Like, I found the hole here, but there's something blocking it. So I think my only way to open this thing up is to actually open the console and see what's going on inside. So I'm going to try that out real quick. So I have the console open now, and as you can see, it's extremely dusty on the inside. And in case you're wondering, GameStop, I'm not sure what they did, but they removed all the screws here that held the X clamps in place. So they must have replaced it with something. Not sure what. I'm not going to take the motherboard all the way apart, but no idea. Who knows what GameStop did. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can turn this thing on again and see if the disk drive will open now. So it took me a while, but I finally got the 360 all the way open. I got the disk tray open. It took me forever, but I finally got the gears moving, and it is now open. Let's go ahead and plug this thing in, turn it on, and see if we can get this disk drive to stay open now so I can put a game in. All right, there. So it does that. Now it's ejecting by itself. Nice. All right, cool. So we do have... I guess it's kind of working now. Don't try this at home. Don't look at the laser. But let's put Big Bumpin' in and see if it loads up on the TV. I don't have much hope for it after seeing how much dust this thing has in it. So it probably needs to be cleaned up some more and maybe replace the laser or something. I don't know. But it's, man, yeah, it just like, now it constantly opens. So it just wants to keep opening. All right, let me try to play with it again, and I'll see if I can fix this disk drive so that it actually stays shut. So the drive still appears to be having some issues, but it does at least stay closed now. So as you can see now, I'll push it closed, and there it goes. Now it is closed. Oh, and that's not good. I forgot. I got to put the top back on, and then we can try this out. So, like, by the way, there's a magnet up here that you need to have. So you need to put this top back on, not like me where I leave it off and try to play a game. All right, back on now. Push it back in. I think it's reading now, so we'll see if it finally works. This has been a long time coming. Oh, and it's playing. We're playing some Big Bumpin', and my desk is now a mess of dust and isopropyl alcohol, but it's all worth it to play Big Bumpin'. So again, Big Bumpin' is working. Surprisingly, this console works. As janky as it is, I can't imagine it'll last for too much longer, but it is working for now. So we're on to console number 3 now. This one is in another box from a different Goodwill seller. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. All right, so the big reveal. Let's see what's in here. There's a lot of open space here, so hopefully it's not damaged. We got a bunch of these sealed air packets that are not even blown up. We have power supply. We have some cords and another power supply. And then down here we have another cord, and then we have our 360 all the way at the bottom. So we have a little bit of bubble wrap around everything. Got a console here, and here I think is actually an Xbox One Connect, which is really random because this is clearly not an Xbox One. This is a 360, but we'll see what's in here. All right, yeah, so it is an Xbox One Connect. I've never even used one of these myself, guys. Let me know if you guys have, but honestly, don't care about it. I'm going to toss it to the side. That's what happens when you buy from Goodwill. They bundle random stuff together. And then, of course, as you can see here, we have a power supply. Now, let me see if it's the right power supply. It does appear to be the right one, 203 watts, so that should be the right one for this specific console. Let's go ahead and open up this console. So I think I mentioned it earlier, but this one is actually very clean. So let's start on the front here. Everything is clicky. This flap right here actually works, which is very surprising. That spring usually gets lost on like 99% of 360s from this day and age, but it looks very good on the front. Here on the top, it's got some scuffs, but nothing too crazy. There is no hard drive here, but the sides look good. And then here on the back, as you can see, it also is an OG 360. There is no HDMI port. There's only an AV port. And it's actually been fixed before. It has a service date of 2010, so that means it probably had rendering of death at some point, and then they went back and fixed it under the warranty or whatever, or somebody paid for it. Hopefully it still works. I don't know if it will or not. I mean, it's got a little bit of wear and tear around those ports. I'm assuming probably from the Microsoft technician that took it apart and fixed it. But let's take a look at the front. All right, yeah, so here on the front, after you take the faceplate off, looks good. You do still have your warranty seal still in place. I'm assuming they put another one on after they took it apart to fix it. But again, that came straight from Microsoft. So it's better than a third party or just a random person fixing it. But yeah, I have more hope for this one. But I don't have any hope for it being on a Blades dashboard because 2010, they were already on the NXE. So maybe this one has the NXE. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and plug it in. So last but not least, we have console number 3 here. And honestly, I think this will be the best one. But first, I want to tell you just a little bit more about the Delta 2. So one of the coolest things about the Delta 2 is you can charge from 0 to 80% in just 50 minutes, or you can charge from 0 to 100% in just 80 minutes. Now, of course, if you're using the Delta 2, you might be out in the wild, in the woods somewhere, not at home where you have an AC outlet. So to charge it, you can actually plug in this solar panel and charge it up in 3 to 6 hours. Now, inside of the Delta 2 here, you have premium LFP batteries, which have the ability to go through 3,000 life cycles. And that means you could use this thing from 100% down to 0% every single day for 10 years before you hit the lifespan of this thing. And as you guys know, we're right in the middle of Black Friday and Cyber Monday right now, and EcoFlow has some massive deals going on. And right now, EcoFlow has up to 50% off, so if you're looking for an eco-friendly, essential home appliance for home use or for on the go, check out EcoFlow's green energy solutions using the link down below in the description. And just by the way, I've been using this Delta 2 for all these consoles so far, and we're still at 89%, so this thing has barely drained any of this battery. It's still got a long ways to go. Let's go ahead and plug in console number 3 and see if it turns on. So 3, 2, 1. Got a green light, and like I said, this one looks pretty good, so I have high hopes for it. I think it'll be better than the other ones. So I was having issues booting up for a second, but I realized my AV cable is not plugged in all the way, but we're booted up now, and we actually have Madden 13 already in the disk drive apparently. Let's see if it opens up. And it does. This thing is magic. It opens straight up. We got Madden 13. Disc looks pretty solid. I mean, it's a free game. You know, it's Madden, but I'll go ahead and put it back in. We can play this game. But here we go. So we're unfortunately, man, we're not on the NXE dashboard here either, which is kind of annoying. But let's go ahead and see. Oh, it's automatically booting up the game. I guess we'll go ahead and try the game, make sure it works. Yeah, here it is. We're booting up Madden 13. So it's honestly probably been since 2013 that this console was played. All right, yeah. So I'm trying to play Madden 13. There is no profile here. Honestly, it's booted up, so it'll probably work fine. But let's go back and check out the home screen here. Unfortunately, there's no profile. I don't think there's going to be any memory at all because these original ones didn't have any memory by default. Yeah, nothing. So the older 360s have some built-in memory. This has nothing. But ultimately, all these consoles work. I mean, as you can see, this ejects great. And if I put it back in, eject it again, it bounces out again. So oh, never mind. On that last one, it came out and then bounced back in by itself. But in general, this one is working a whole lot better than the other ones did. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below what you think about these consoles. Most of these are bound to get red ring of death at some point just because they're so old. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.